LaCroix's band has been with the Huskies for 2 seasons. In that time, he has been a solid rebounder and intimidating shot blocker. He is currently 8th on the SCSU career shot blocking list with 26. Number 54, senior forward LaCroix's band and his mother, Brenda Lewis, and grandparents, Juanita and Will Wheeler. John Springer is also a Husky captain this year. He has excited fans with his slam dunks the last 4 years. He will leave SCSU among the top 20 in games played, steals, free throws, and free throw percentage. Number 34, senior forward Scott Springer and his parents, Elaine and John Springer. Congratulations, Husky senior, and good luck. Our
outside to our strengths.
Pass in St. Cloud State. Alley-oop attempt is knocked away cleanly. The ball is still loose. Span has it in the lane and was fouled. Ward on top tried an alley-oop down low for Springer, but Ruppel was there to knock it away. Then the ball stayed loose in the lane for a time. Springer with a little one-touch pass knocked it to Span, and then he was followed by Littles, who has his second foul quickly.
Number 24,
Now Relaford will come back in, and Littles will have to leave with that second foul. As we mentioned, Travis Littles, a backup guard, led this team in scoring last night in their loss to Mankato. There's a pass in the lane. LaTroy Span tries the jump hook. It's very short on the rim. Ball came to El McBari. Span got it back, and then he was fouled. Good aggressiveness by Scoop as he missed the shot, but kept at it. Got the ball back and drew the foul.
I like what LaTroy's doing. You can never criticize LaTroy for not going hard when he's in there. He's a very powerful person, and he likes to go the hole strong. He's doing a lot of good things. Sometimes his last game, he might tend to press a little bit, but he's playing well right now.
Pass in for the Huskies. Comes to Span, goes for the running jump hook. That's no good as it rims out of there. Rebound of the Bears, and ahead on the break comes Cheney. Triggers it further ahead. Down the lane goes El McBari and drew the foul from Kesty. Faraj El McBari going to the basket, and he will now go to the line. Kesty's second foul. And now Butch Raymond will begin making changes in his lineup as he brings in three guys who ordinarily would start. Center Chris Bodette, forward Howard Chernowski, and guard Joel McDonald. And of course, Dean, I was wondering if Butch might start all five seniors, but if he does that, he doesn't have anybody out there to run the offense.
No point guard. Stewart would probably be the one that would have to do it. I just can't see Stewart doing it.
So as a result, Bodette, one of those five seniors, is now coming off the bench. He did not start this ball game tonight. El McBari at the line. His free throw is no good. His last name is spelled E-L-M-A-G-B-A-R-I. Faraj El McBari, a 6'4 sophomore. He's lived in Greeley, Colorado, the home of the Bears, since he was about 3 or 4 years old. His father was a Libyan power lifter who did some international powerlifting, and he has lived in Greeley for the better part of his life, as we mentioned. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 by El McBari. The Bears lead it 11-5. Backcourt pressure. Ward breaks it as he slices through traffic. Throws it behind the back right into the hands of Lane. Ahead to Cheney on the break. Cheney bobbles it but is able to regain the handle and bank it up and in on the fast break. It's 13-5 Bears as they're on a run here. Northern Colorado with 8 straight points. Huskies into the front court with McDonald on the right side. Gets it in the lane and the ball is knocked away from Bodette. Lane knocked it away. Ahead to Relaford, to El McBari. He lost it out of bounds on the break. Oh, break there for the Huskies as the break breaks down for the Bears.
Huskies are looking pretty sloppy out there. I noticed that time Joel, he had an open three-pointer and he hesitated to shoot it. I wonder if he's kind of losing a little confidence. He's just got to keep shooting. The ball go in the hole for him.
Change at the point guard. Dino DeVita in for Dan Ward now for the Huskies. DeVita has it front court. Goes to the left baseline, fires it underneath, glances off the hands of Chernowski, recovered by Springer. Springer brings it back out on top. DeVita between the circles. Works to his right on the dribble to McDonald. He'll shoot from the right corner. That's short, no good. Rebound gathered in by Springer. Good offensive board. He puts it back up, partially blocked, but Springer was fouled. Todd Lane, who again is getting the start tonight for the Bears in part because of Williams' absence. He's very active right now for the Bears down low. He's created several steals. That time he went for the block, but he was called for his first foul.
Huskies are doing a lot of standing. You know, their offense, the offense they have, they need a lot of movement. Right now they're standing a little bit, kind of indecisive who they want to shoot the ball. But Northern Colorado's playing great defense. You got to give them that.
Scott Springer, one of those seniors, already with 5 points at the line, shooting 2. First one good. Springer, right now coming into tonight's game, 4th on the Huskies' all-time list in games played, 12th in free throws made, 20th in assists, and 7th in steals. So he's had some good numbers for his 4-year career. A 5th-year senior out of Winthrop. Second free throw, no good. A rare miss for Springer, who came into this game 3rd in the NCC and 13th for all of Division II nationally in free throw percentage. 13-6 Northern Colorado. At least that one made free throw stopped the string of 9 straight by the Bears. Char Ruppel has it right wing, knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, off of Ruppel. Good defense by Chernowski, got a hand in the face and created the turnover.
Huskies, they just got to pound the ball inside. They got Bodette in there and Chernowski's on a hot streak scoring-wise. They got to get in the ball inside where he can do something with the ball.
DeVita's in the front court, bounce pass left baseline. McDonald Gets it to the edge of the lane. Sharnowski, fadeaway 10-footer, good. First points by anybody other than Springer, and it's 13-8 Bears. Relaford, front court now for UNC. Guarded by DeVita. Dumps it off right wing. Here's Cheney. McDonald with him. Bounce pass back on the wing. Knocked away. Sharnowski took it away from Ruppel. Haug is ahead and dunks it.
That's what Haug can do. Very good defensive player. Everything starts on the defense. Got a nice steal. Nice slam dunk. Got the crowd going. I think that's what they needed right now.
5 straight for the Huskies. They're back to within 3. El McBari will try a three-pointer. Left wing, it's an air ball. Rebound underneath. Comes to Relaford. His putback no good. Tapped up and off by Ruppel, no good. And the rebound of the Huskies. Ahead to DeVita. On the break, Dino down the lane. Dumps it off on the baseline. Bodette has it. Back out to DeVita at the point. Huskies on a run here and down by 3. Lob pass. Bodette to Sharnowski. Back to Bodette. He'll shoot from 17. Swish.
It's amazing what a slam dunk does. Gets the crowd going, gets everybody going a little bit.
The Bears lead is down to 1 as the Huskies have scored 7 consecutive points. 13-12, Northern Colorado with 12:20 left, first half. El McBari in the front court now for the Bears. Dumps it off on the right wing. Cheney spins a pass down low on the right baseline to Ruppel. He backs in against Sharnowski. Ruppel fakes and then banks it up and in. Nice move by Char Ruppel.
I noticed with Ken Smith's offense, last year they did a lot of motion, the wheel offense, everybody cutting, 4-man cutting with a point guard. This year they're going a little more of a power game.
Huskies with DeVita on the front side. Brings it out on top. McDonald now to Sharnowski, goes down the right edge of the lane, puts his head into Ruppel, then sets it up and hits the jumper. Sharnowski with 6 of the Huskies' last 8 points, and they're back to within 1, 15-14 UNC. The Huskies have led this ball game only one time at 5-4, but they're playing strong now. 11.5 minutes left first half. Here's Lane's turnaround jumper. That's good from the right box. Lane with his first field goal. He's got 4. It's 17-14 Bears. Huskies now set up in their offense with McDonald on the wing. He's guarded by Cheney. McDonald dumps it off. Springer is there, and the finger roll is good from the left side.
Good play. Springer's really active tonight. He's moving well without the ball. Right now, they just got to keep pounding inside the Haug.
Springer has 8 of the Huskies' 16 points, and again, they're back to within 1. Coming up on the halfway mark of this first half of play, the Bears now setting up in a high-set offense with Ruppel on the right side. Now dumps it down in the right corner to Cheney. Back up on the arc to Ruppel. Ruppel looking for Relaford. Springer tough with him there. Pass down low. Fadeaway jumper by El McBari won't go. Rebound Springer. Hands it off for DeVita. DeVita cuts between 3 Bears. Goes to the basket and was fouled from behind by Relaford.
Nice play by Dino. The best way to beat a defense is just attack it. Go straight at them. Make them do something. He did a good job at that.
Now Kesty will come back in. Kramer will also return for the Huskies. For the Bears, 2 changes. Kerry Benson, a 6'7 junior out of Peoria, Illinois, and Matt Anway, a 6'5 junior from Grand Junction, Colorado. Anway, one of 6 players on this Northern Colorado team from the state of Colorado. The Bears also have 3 players from California and 1 each from Illinois, New York, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and North Carolina. So Ken Smith and before him, previous coach Ron Brillhart have really expanded their horizons when it comes to recruiting. First free throw good by DeVita. Second one off the rim, no good. The rebound came to Kesty, but I believe he pushed off to get it. Whistle and a foul, and that will be on Kesty, and that's Greg's 3rd already. 4 team fouls on the Huskies.
Greg just gets in the game for about 2 seconds. I don't even know if time went off the clock.
That's right, because he came in on the free throw and got the free throw rebound. Maybe a 1/10 of a second. Kesty goes back out, and he's replaced by Travis Brown, the 6'6 junior from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Here come the Bears now. We are tied for the first time tonight at 17 all, and UNC is in the front court. They've got it out on top of Benson to Anway, left wing, in for Lane, and his lead-in jumper is good from the left side. Second basket, 6 points now for Todd Lane. Huskies with McDonald, front court, 3-pointer, swish.
Big basket. No, that time he didn't think about it. He just got the ball and shot it. And good things happen.
Huskies' first lead since very early. It's 20-19. St. Cloud State, we're at the midway mark of the first half. Lane has it, high post, lobs down low for Benson, knocked away from behind and recovered by Brown. to DeVita. He spins past midcourt. DeVita pushing the offense ahead for the Huskies. Passes in the lane. Sharnowski spins to his right. That turnaround six-footer, no good. Tapped up and off by Brown. Spun out of there. And the rebound taken by the Bears. Ahead now is Travis Littles down the lane. Dishes off for Anway. He bangs into the lane, and Anway is called for the charge as he hammered into Travis Brown hard, and Travis slow to get up.
I don't know what Anway thought he was doing. Travis and Joel were standing right there for about 2 seconds, and he decided he was going right to the basket.
That's 17 fouls on the Bears, but that was a player possession foul, so no free throw. The Huskies will bring it into the front court on their next possession. DeVita's one-hand bounce to the right edge of the lane. Sharnowski backing in, whistle, and double dribble is called against Taug. So he turns it over, and the Bears will take it with 9:19 left. First half, and UNC down by 1. It's 20-19 in favor of St. Cloud State. Slowly dribbling in the front court is Dwayne Relaford, the 6'2 junior out of Union City, California. Gets it off for Littles out on top. Now to Kerry Benson on the right wing, guarded by Kramer. Back to Littles in the right corner, looking down low. Littles has it, goes to the left-hand dribble, into the lane, and traveled. Littles went airborne in the lane and just sort of put his head down and burrowed into Sharnowski. There was nobody there to dump it to, so he came back down and called for the turnover. Under 9 minutes remaining first half as DeVita will enter the front court on the dribble to set the Husky offense. Passes off high post. Brown wheels to the basket, brings it out. McDonald, 3 if it counts. Yes.
Nice play by Joel. Joel shooting the ball with confidence. That time he got his feet set, took his time, and made the basket. Great job.
And a timeout called by Northern Colorado with 8:35 left first half. The Huskies with their biggest lead to this point, 23-19, and we're back after this. Tied at 26 all at the half. And in high school hockey, these are Section 4 Tier 1 scores. Apollo leading Coon Rapids 4-0 after 1. Tech and Blaine are tied at 1 all, middle first period. And Anoka leading Sauk Rapids 7-0 midway through the second. We're back to the action now. Kerry Benson has it front court for Northern Colorado. Gets it off for Derek Cheney. His free throw line jumper won't go. Rebound Benson. Lost it on the baseline. It goes out of bounds and goes to the Huskies.
Nice defense by Travis. He didn't try to block the shot. He just held his ground, had his hands straight up. Nice play.
Huskies are leading by 4, coming up on the 8-minute mark. Remaining first half as DeVita comes into the front court. Rifles a pass. Sharnowski right baseline. His jumper is in and out. No good. Nice two-man effort there by DeVita and Sharnowski. The shot just wouldn't go. And the Bears enter the front court with Matt Anway on the left wing. He's the backup 3-man. Gets it off for Lane. He goes down the paint, and his shot partially blocked. Partially rejected. The loose ball recovered by Brown to DeVita. Spins a bounce pass to Kramer. His 3 left side spins out. No good. And a foul on the Bears as Anway pushed off against Sharnowski trying to get the loose ball.
Loose ball. 3. I definitely like the pace of the game. We're getting the rebounds. We're doing well on the rebounds. We're forcing the action. We get the ball down the floor. When we do that, we play our best.
Sharnowski will go to the line now for St. Cloud State. Haug, who against Northern, let's see, is it going to be Sharnowski? McDonald was standing at the line as they brought Sharnowski out. But now he's going to have to come back into the game because he was the man fouled. McDonald was at the line, but again, Sharnowski will come back in. In the earlier meeting between these two clubs this year, a game played in Greeley back in January, a Husky win, 84-77. Sharnowski had a big night. 25 points, and he was 11 of 11 from the free throw line. That's an NCC single game high this year in terms of most free throws made in a ball game. Made all 11 of his attempts at Greeley, and he's at the line now. He's shooting the bonus. Free throw is up and no good. Looks like we had a lane violation as they're going to give Sharnowski another attempt.
Haug does that to a lot of opponents. He's got that little hesitation, then he kind of bounces for a little bit, and then he decides to shoot it.
Kind of throws the rhythm off of those opponents who aren't used to it, huh?
I'll tell you what, the Huskies, we even had some problems with it. I know we had a lot of lane violations too.
Everybody's got a slightly different style when it comes to free throws.
Yep.
Kind of like a snowflake. Everybody does it a little bit different. And if that's a snowflake, Rick Berry was a ice ball. Remember the old underhand shot? Pretty accurate, though. Free throw by Sharnowski, good, and Haug makes the second one, so he definitely benefited from that that lane violation after he had missed the first free throw. Then he makes the first one, gets the bonus, and makes the second as well. Now Haug will leave with 8 points. Huskies with their biggest lead, 25-19. Sharnowski replaced by Bodette. Here come the Bears now, trying to get their game back on track. Whistle and a foul on the perimeter as Ward reached in against Relaford. Danny has his first foul. 5 as a team now on St. Cloud State. Score in with 8 minutes left in the first half. It's Morningside 24, North Dakota State 15. That's a rather significant game as far as the Huskies are concerned, because it's a battle between NDSU and St. Cloud State to see who will finish 7th, who will finish 8th in the NCC, and that'll affect the seedings for the upcoming North Central Conference tournament. Again, the Chiefs leading the Bison by 9, 8 minutes left first half. Bears have it now as they work it around the perimeter. Relaford brings it further out to Cheney. Derek Cheney backing off on his dribble near the timeline. Bounce pass right wing. Here's Ruppel to the high post. Lane has it. Now to Cheney. Puts up the 3. Misses it. No good. It was short. Banged off the rim and backboard. And then a foul is called as Kramer and Bodette battling for the loose ball. And Kramer is called for the foul. And the fans don't like it because Kramer and El McBari going after that loose ball locked up underneath. The fans thought the foul should have gone the other way. But Kramer is whistled for his first tonight. The Huskies 6th. In now for the Bears. They've got it on top with El McBari. His bounce pass comes on the right side to Relaford. Dwayne Relaford passes off to Lane. He's at the free throw line. Double teamed by Kramer and Spann, who is checked back in now for the Huskies. St. Cloud State dropping into a 2-1-2 zone at this time. Pass comes off on the left wing. Now they kick it back around. Relaford has it right wing, goes down the lane, tried to dish for Lane, but it was knocked away and recovered by Bodette. Gets it off for Ward. Danny Ward into the front court. Shovels a long pass ahead to McDonald on the right side. Out to Bodette. Wide open from 16. That's off the front rim. Offensive board to Spann, and he was fouled. As Cheney came around from the backside, tried to pick his pocket, and Cheney's called for his first of the night.
That's what penetration does. Joel did a good job. Took 1 or 2 dribbles. Got the defense to rotate towards him. Bounced it off to Bodette. Missed the shot, but LaTroy was there for a big offensive rebound.
Husky basketball on 98.3 WWJO for St. Cloud and all of mid-Minnesota, along with Dean Kessler. I'm John Schroeder. LaTroy Spann finishing up his second year in the St. Cloud State program, and again, Scoop's minutes have been limited. As he puts up the free throw, it's no good. Rebound, Springer. His putback is way off the mark, no good, as Springer slides to the floor under the pressure of Lane's defense. I was going to say Spann not with much of a chance to build statistics in his limited playing time, but Scoop will end his career in the top 10 for block shots, currently number 8 all time for St. Cloud State. Bears have it in the front court, down by 6. Cheney in the low left corner. He'll dribble back out on top, gets it off for Relaford at the point, bounce pass in the lane. Ruppel wide open, goes down the paint, dishes for Lane, he jams it and was fouled.
There's your reserve center.
Yeah.
2 dribbles and a power dunk over Bodette. Northern Colorado's got a lot of athleticism. They're going to cause some problems in the conference tournament. They started off strong. They struggle a little bit. A lot's got to do with injuries. But the way it sounds, all their injuries they're going to be healed by tournament time. They're going to be a tough team. They were a tough team last year. They kept getting better. I wouldn't want to play them.
Lane's free throw no good. Well, they made a run in the tournament last year. They got better at the end of the year, beat South Dakota and St. Cloud State in the tourney before losing to North Dakota in the championship game, and they nearly won that. They lost by 3. Huskies have it in the front court. Pass in the lane. Bodette's turnaround 3-footer is good. Bodette's second basket, and it's 27-21 St. Cloud State. Chad Gurman is into the game now for the Huskies, the junior off guard out of Sandstone. The Bears have it on the front side. El McBari way down low on the left wing. Gets it off for Lane on top. Cheney on the right wing. Bounce pass intended for Ruppel, but he was fouled from behind by Spann. And LaTroy has his 3rd foul. Spann and Kesty, 2 of the Huskies' big men, both starters tonight, each with 3 fouls.
That's his 3rd team foul, number 8.
That's one thing LaTroy's really struggled with as he's been here for 2 years. He tends to get in foul trouble. That's that's going to cut his minutes.
Yeah, that's been part of the reason for it, no doubt.
A lot of times he gets it on a lot he gets going to the offensive boards, which Butch can live with that. But many times he kind of loses his man on defense, and that causes some problems.
Free throw by Char Ruppel is no good. Rebound Huskies. They're up by 6. They're in the front court. Gurman on the right side. Out to Ward at the point, spins a pass down low. Span tries the fadeaway jumper, dances and drops.
There you got one. There's about 3 shots that he had. Nice turnaround jump hooks that just rolled around. That time it was a nice shot.
And the Bears want another timeout as the Huskies continue to expand their lead. 4:55 left first half. It's 29-21, St. Cloud State. And we'll be back with more SCSU hoop action after this. Overall. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to the NCC's only female athletic director, Sue Jacobson. She's the AD at Northern Colorado. We'll talk to her about, among other things, gender equity at halftime. Bears get it in. They work a pass around on the left side to El McBari. His shot hits the backboard, and the loose ball comes to Bodette. The Huskies up by 8, have it in the front court. Span goes down the lane, dishes off for Springer. His move down the baseline, and he is called for traveling. Springer's been very aggressive on both ends of the court all weekend, really. Got it going last night, and that time made an aggressive move, just moved the feet a little bit too much and called for the travel. Here come the Bears now, down by 8. This is their biggest deficit tonight. 4:20 left on the first half clock. Todd Lane has it way out on top. Passes off to Cheney on the right wing. Cheney with 5 points so far. He's the Bears' leader in scoring, averages 13 a night. Out on top to Relaford near midcourt. Dwayne Relaford working to his left along the arc of the dribble to El McBari, top of the circle. Right wing, Cheney's 3 is very short. Gets his own long rebound, puts it up. Had to shoot over Span and banked it in.
High archer, that's what it was.
That one created rain. It was so high to avoid the Span rejection, and it's 29-23 Huskies. Kerman has it front court, left corner Huskies. Out on top, Ward. Bounce pass Springer, he's open, shoots from 16, off the iron, no good. Rebound tapped out, Bodette to Span, he puts it up and off, no good. Great play by Bodette to keep that ball alive, but Scoop couldn't hit the layup. And the Bears bring it back, 3.5 minutes left. As Relaford spins down the lane, Span goes for the steal, lost the ball. Relaford dumps it down on the baseline, and Lane is fouled. As he went to the hoop, going after the, what would have been an easy layup. But he was fouled by Bodette. That's Chris's first, and that'll put Lane at the line.
What I like what Northern Colorado's doing is they're staying with their game plan. They're not getting caught up in the racehorse basketball that the Huskies love to play. You know, they're coming down, they're taking their time, they're running the offense, they're pounding the ball inside. You know, I don't know what the foul situation is, but I know Span's got 3, Kesty's got 3. You know, they're getting the Huskies big guys in foul trouble.
Todd Lane at the line now for the Bears. He already has 8 points, and the free throw is good. Lane, when he arrived as a junior college transfer for the Bears 2 years ago, was an honorable mention all-conference player, 10th in the league in scoring, 6th in rebounding. But last year, he had to sit out the fall semester at Northern Colorado, and he never seemed to get his game on track once the season got underway. He was a late arrival at practice and just never seemed to work out for him last year. This year has been kind of an up and down so-so year as well. He makes both free throws. It's 29-25 Huskies. Sharnowski, his turnaround jumper from the right side won't go. Rebound Bodette. He muscles it back up, partially blocked by Rupel. That's also off the mark. Huskies get it back again. They bring it out to Ward. His three-pointer off the mark. Rebound kept alive by Sharnowski. Taps it out to McDonald. Now to Ward, inside, Sharnowski back out. Kramer returns a pass, Sharnowski to Bodette. Free throw line jumper off the back bracket. Rebound Bears.
That's all right. It was good offense. Good inside action movement. Good job.
Relaford brings it ahead for UNC. They've scored 4 in a row to get back to within 4. Relaford leans in, shoots from 13. No good. Rebound Bodette, and he was fouled by Lane. That's 10 fouls on the Bears. Lane's second personal. So we'll come back to the other end, and Chris Bodette will shoot a double. We're looking over some of the statistics and career figures for these 5 seniors tonight. And Chris Bodette is the one guy who does not show up in any of the statistical categories. Doesn't mean he's been an unproductive player, but you look at his numbers even this year, Dean. He's averaging about 6 points per game, about 5 rebounds. He's the kind of guy who provides a steadying influence, but no outstanding, spectacular numbers.
Right. In the last 2 years, he's had 2 excellent seasons, especially last year. At the end of the year, he was probably the big reason why, you know, we went so far, along with the point guard production. And he's carried on, had a great senior year.
1 of 2 free throws for Bo as he hit the second. He has 5 points tonight. It's 30-25 St. Cloud State. 2.5 minutes remaining to the half. Huskies have shifted back to the man-for-man now. Now they're going to go back to the zone. They were in man for a moment. Now they've shifted back. And And the Bears have it as they work it to Ruppel on top. Cheney, right wing, down in the corner to Relaford. Dribbles along the arc. Back up to the right wing. Relaford still working his dribble. He'll bring it back out on top. Relaford's one of those guys who, when he dribbles, every time he dribbles, he carries the ball. If you've got a headset on in the crowd, keep an eye on him. Lob pass in. Relaford to Lane, and he lays it in. Lane hits the layup. Boy, he's had a heck of a half for the Bears. Lane with 12 of the Bears' 27 points. They're down by 3. Pass into Ward with under 2 minutes left first half. Danny Ward dribbles across the timeline where he's picked up immediately by Relaford. Lob pass, Ward to Sharnowski. Fakes, then shoots the reverse layup. Missed it. Didn't even draw iron. Kramer had his hands on the rebound for a moment. Loses it, though. Bears get it, and they'll bring it in the front court. UNC down by 3. A minute 40 on the clock. Relaford feeds on the left wing to El McBari. Gets it back out to Lane. Lane's pass in the paint, knocked away by Sharnowski. Haugs off to the races, lays it up and in.
2 big steals for Haugs, 2 transition baskets.
Sharnowski, a good enough athlete as a big man to not only create the steal, but then to finish it off all by himself.
Right.
He is a special athlete. He really is. And he's come on so well this year for the Huskies. Haugs got 10. The Huskies lead by 5. Whistle and a foul. Loose ball away from the play. It'll be on the Bears. Char Ruppel as he set an illegal screen down low. He was moving, trying to screen off one of the Husky players.
The Bears, number 44.
Ruppel's foul is his second. And they'll come back to the other end for a free throw.
Even though we're up by 5, you can kind of tell with the game, no one's really taken over the game. You know, I mean, we're up by 5, and we've done some good things. I think they've had a few turnovers that really hurt them, but no one's really taken over the game. There hasn't been one team that's just had the momentum for a long period of time, then there was a letdown. It's just been an evenly played game tonight.
The Huskies' biggest lead was 8 to 29-21 with just under 5 minutes remaining. Beaudet's free throw, he was the man fouled. His free throw no good. The Bears' biggest advantage in this first half was also 8. They scored 9 straight points to go up 13 to 5. Now about 5.5 minutes into the game, but then the Huskies got on track. Beaudet's second foul shot is good, so each of the last 2 times down court, Beaudet has missed the first, made the second. And it's 33-27 St. Cloud State. 1 minute left to go, first half. Todd Lane has it in the front court, way out on top. Passes off for Cheney. Ruppel comes out to get it atop the key. Char Ruppel takes a dribble. Stops under intense pressure from Sharnowski. Has to hand it off out on the perimeter to Relaford. Again, the shot clocks are not operating tonight. Oh, now I see him. They put him down on the court. 15 left on the shot clock. Lane is stripped away from behind. Kramer took it away. Gets it ahead for DeVita, and the Huskies are to the front court. DeVita is run down by his own man, Beaudet, but the Huskies keep possession. And DeVita gets it back out on top. Dino stops beyond the top of the key. Shot clocks have now been deactivated. 20 seconds left in the half. McDonald comes out between the circles to get it. 15 seconds left. Bounce pass, almost out of bounds. Run down by Kramer as they eluded DeVita. Dino gets it back. 10 seconds left. Goes ahead, behind the back, bounce pass. Goes to Beaudet, now to McDonald. Long three-pointer off the iron, no good. Tapped up and off by Kramer, and there's the buzzer. So the first half is history for senior night here at St. Cloud State, and our score, the Huskies 33 and the Northern Colorado Bears 27. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Gotta have the look. From City Looks Salons, the look they'll notice. At City Looks, stylists take the time to select the look you like. A hairstyle that's right.
Spectacular.
South Dakota 41-36, and at the half, South Dakota State on top of Augustana 34-33. Pass in for the Bears, and we're underway with second half play. Northern Colorado in the front court, they trail by 6, 33-27. Bears have it out on top with Derek Cheney. He was their second leading scorer in the first half with 7 points. Cheney gets it off for his backcourt mate, Dwayne Relaford, on the left wing. Those two, along with Todd Lane, Faraj El McBari, and Char Ruppel, the original starters, out there starting this half for the Bears. Relaford has it, left wing, stops his dribble, gets it off for Ruppel at the line. Ruppel goes to the floor. Turnaround jumper from 8 is short, no good. Rebound El McBari, and he was fouled by Ward, who reached in and tried to knock it away. That's Danny Ward's second foul. First on either club this half. Ward, along with Sharnowski, Beaudet, Kramer, and McDonald starting this half for the Huskies.
Very important for the first 5 minutes of the game. To me, I think the way the shape of this game's going, whoever controls the first 5 minutes of the game is going to win the game. Granted, there's always going to be your ups and downs, but right now is the most important time. The Huskies can go out to a big lead, and the other time can bring back and tie the game.
Are in danger this year of finishing last in free throw percentage at the NCC for a third straight year. They've been dead last in free throw shooting the last 2 years. Right now they are 9th, and Nebraska-Omaha is 10th in free throw shooting percentage. And wouldn't you know, El McBari misses the second free throw there. He made 1 of 2. It's 33-28. St. Cloud State whistle and a foul as El McBari reached in against Kramer as the Huskies pushed it in the front court. So Faraj El McBari has his second foul, first team foul this half against UNC. And a sideline pass coming for St. Cloud State.
First team foul.
Pass comes out on top to McDonald, now to Bodette at the high post. Chris takes 2 dribbles, clears it back out to Ward near midcourt. We're 1 minute into the second half. Huskies leading by 5. Ward's running jumper from the line, no good. Rebound taken down by Lane. Outlet right comes to Relaford, and he cuts into the front court. Relaford continues his dribble, goes into the lane, and drew the foul.
I'd like for him to have a big second half. He was he was just non-existent in the first half. Did a good job running the team, did a good job on defense, but he's a very good scorer also, and I look for him to pick it up here in the second half.
Relaford averages about 11 points per game, came into this ball game 21st in the NCC and scoring 3rd in the league in assists. That foul was on Ward for reaching in. That's Dan's 3rd foul. He picks up 2 quickies here in the second half, so he'll hit the bench. McBari near the hash mark. El McBari passes off for Ruppel. He's got it in the right corner, guarded by Bodette. Ruppel trying to set up for the shot. Nobody there. Kicks it back out. Cheney's three-pointer in and out. Rebound Bodette. Puts it off for DeVita. Here come the Huskies pushing it ahead. DeVita past midcourt. Directing traffic with his free hand. Continues his dribble. Gets it off Bodette. He rifles into the baseline. McDonald's fall-away 10-footer is way off the mark. And the rebound comes to Relaford. And he'll bring it ahead now for UNC. Relaford cuts to his right, pulls up, 15-foot jumper, no. It's off the mark. Rebound, Lane tries to save it. He does, but it goes right into the hands of Charnowski. Good play by Haug. He knew exactly what Lane was going to do. He was going to shovel it right back behind him as he went out of bounds, and Haug was right there to come up with the ball. Bodette, front court for Charnowski, now out on top for DeVita. Dino DeVita. Passes off to Kramer on the wing. On the right baseline, McDonald has it above his head, looks into the lane, gets it off. Bodette open from 16, that's short. Rebound, Charnowski. He took it away from Ruppel and drew the foul as Haug got inside position and drew the 3rd foul of the night out of forward Char Ruppel.
It looks right now in the second half. No one wants to score. We're almost 3 minutes into the second half. No one scored. None of the shots even looked good.
Into the ballgame now for UNC comes backup guard Travis Littles, the 6-foot freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and the son of Gene Littles, the former Charlotte Hornets coach in the NBA and a current assistant coach with the Denver Nuggets. That's one of the reasons why Travis ended up at Northern Colorado. He's a bit closer to his dad, where he is now working in the NBA. Huskies have it off the pass in. DeVita on top, yells out that word Husky to set the offensive play. McDonald has it right wing, spins to his right, dribbles behind the back, leans in, goes to the left-hand jumper, missed it, but drew the foul from Cheney. Boy, Joel McDonald is so adept at using both hands in midair, Dean. He changed from right to left hand. Didn't look like it was a completely successful move because it was very short, that shot on the rim, but he drew the foul.
Well, Joel's not the quickest guy in the world. You know, he's got that deceiving quickness. That time, Littles really didn't even think he was going to put it on the floor. That time made a couple moves, got himself in the lane. Littles jumped with him, switched over the left hand. Now he's at the free throw line and hits the first one.
7 points for McDonald. He had a couple of three-pointers in the first half, about the midway mark of the first half. A three that made it 20-19 in favor of St. Cloud State. The Huskies' first lead since they had been up 5-4, and then he hit another tray moments later to make it 23-19. So McDonald with back-to-back threes helped the Huskies to get going in that first half. It's now 35-28 as he makes both free throws here. Northern Colorado in the front court with Lane at the free throw line. Passes off to Cheney, and then he tried to dump it further down the wing, but it went off of Kramer's foot and out of bounds. Update from Collegeville. St. John's leading St. Thomas. The Johnnies up 52-50 with 1:40 left in that MIAC championship playoff game. Pass in now for the Bears. Kerry Benson back into the game at a forward. He's got it on the right block, trying to shovel it behind him. Intercepted by the Huskies. Sharnowski on the break, banks it up and in. A nice 3-on-1 orchestrated by DeVita, and Sharnowski scores.
That's Sharnowski's athleticism. Made the steal. That time just ran the floor well, got the layup.
37-28, St. Cloud State. Huskies right now with their biggest lead tonight. Littles has it. Out on the left side perimeter. Passes in the paint. Here's Lane. Has it at the free throw line. Head and shoulders fake. Doesn't go to the dribble. Instead brings it back out on the outside. Cheney has it on top now. Passes cross court to Littles. Back to the high post. Kerry Benson with it. He turns to the basket. Benson, the big backup forward, guarded by Sharnowski. Benson backs into the lane on his dribble. Nobody there. Has to kick it back out. Cheney knifes down the baseline. Fires a pass in the lane. And Lane is fouled.
That's the advantage with penetration. Cheney did a good job, beat his man to the baseline side. Lane just found an opening. Cheney did a nice job hitting him with the pass.
DeVita, fending off another man, came to help out with Lane, and Dino picked up the foul, his first. Team fouls are 3 each now, and Todd Lane will go to the line. He had 12 points, did Lane, in the first half, including 4 of 5 free throws, and he'll shoot a double here. Free throw good. Bears got off to a 5-0 start in NCC play this year. That was their best start ever in the North Central Conference. But since then, they have slumped on and off. And as we mentioned, they've lost 5 of their last 6 now to drop 1 game under the 500 mark at 12-13 overall. Second free throw coming for starting center Todd Lane. He entered this ball game 4th in the league in blocked shots, but boy, he's scoring prolifically tonight. He makes both free throws. Lane with 14. It's 37-30 Huskies.
When you look at the game, both teams, they're both in the tournament. But Northern Colorado, they haven't been playing well, so this is a big game for them. Get some momentum, because they'll probably end up playing South Dakota State or Morningside in the tournament.
The Huskies break full court pressure. They bring it in the front court, and McDonald is fouled as he slices through the lane. Joel was going airborne, intending to dump the ball off, but El McBari reached in and got his 3rd foul. Non-shooting foul, so it'll be a toss in for the Huskies from the baseline. Now Relaford checks back into the game for UNC, and he will replace El McBari. Pass in to the left of the hoop now for the Huskies on their baseline. DeVita bounce past McDonald. He's open. Shoots from 17, in and out. Sharnowski tried to keep it alive, couldn't do so. And then Haug with a head-first dive as he jumped over Ruppel, who was lying prone on the floor, trying to save that ball. Sharnowski does about anything he can for this ball club. Further update from Collegeville. The Johnnies and the Tommies are going at it tooth and nail. It's 55-52 now. St. John's on top with an even 1 minute left in that ball game. We'll keep you up to date. Here's Littles leaning in against DeVita on the right side wing for UNC. Brings it out on top to Relaford. Huskies sticking with the man-for-man defense right now. Kerry Benson has it on the right wing. Benson, the 6'5 junior, gets it off at the line to Ruppel. Goes down the lane, dishes, whistle, and a foul. Ruppel with his penetration leaned in against Sharnowski. It seemed like a harmless bit of contact there, but they whistle Sharnowski for his first of the night.
Number 44.
St. Cloud's playing good defense right now. What they've been doing is they've been switching up on defense, going from the man-to-man to the matchup zone. With the matchup zone, basically looks like a man-to-man defense. So they're changing things up.
Bounce pass in, Cheney to Benson, and Benson lost it out of bounds, but apparently it went off a Husky player as he was pressured underneath the basket. Ball squirted away, and they award it to UNC. So the Bears toss it into the right of their hoop on the baseline. Cheney gets it in to Littles. Passes up the arc to Ruppel, back to Cheney. Takes 2 dribbles, fakes twice, then shoots and banked it in. Good determination by Cheney. He had a couple of players in his face, still got it off and put it in. 9 for Cheney, 37-32 Huskies. McDonald under pressure in the lane. Gets it off for Beaudet, then to DeVita, and he was fouled by Littles as Travis wanted to go for the steal, but he reached in, and he now has 3 fouls. Dean, we've got a ton of players here edging into foul trouble. Littles, Ruppel, and El McBari have 3 each for the Bears. Kesty, Spann, and Ward all with 3 for the Huskies. Now Gurman comes in for St. Cloud State. He takes the pass in from the sideline. Gurman gets it off on the left side to Charnowski. He hands it off for DeVita. He'll dribble back out on top. The sophomore point guard, DeVita, bounce pass to Beaudet on the perimeter. Now at the top of the key, Gurman, he's open. He'll shoot, and he misses off the front rim. Rebound, Charnowski gathered it in, and he was fouled by Ruppel.
Howard does a great job. He reads the ball in the air. A lot of rebounders are, they're just going right for the board. Howard does a good job. He reads the ball. He knows exactly where the ball is going to come off.
When a player does that, are they reading it in the flight to the iron, or do they pick it up after it hits the iron?
Well, I really couldn't tell you.
Hey, you weren't a rebounder. What am I talking to you for? You were the guy who watched that pretty shot released from 20 feet. Pass in. Beaudet is in the lane. He tried to muscle up a shot, but he was fouled by Benson. Never really got it off. That's the first foul on backup forward Kerry Benson. 7 as a team now on the Bears, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Beaudet is going to shoot 2.
The Bears, number 43, Kerry Benson.
Just kind of going on what Howard told me, behind the scenes. That's his secret anyway.
Chris Beaudet at the free throw.
Yeah, when you were playing, he had a lot of chances to work on his rebounding too after those shots you took from the perimeter. Free throw by Beaudet is good.
Yeah, I struggle a little bit.
Beaudet now with 7 points for the Huskies. That lead is 6 for St. Cloud State. Make it 7 as Bo hits nothing but the bottom of the net on both free throws. 39-32 St. Cloud State. 14 and a half minutes left second half. John Schroeder and Dean Kessler from Hallenbeck Hall. Here comes Northern Colorado. Front court. Cheney gets it off at the free throw line to Lane. Now they work it around to the right side. Benson backing in against Charnowski. Passes off to Cheney at the stripe. He'll bring it back on his reverse dribble. Now gets it off for Travis Littles on top. Littles guarded by DeVita. Cuts to his left, now to his right, back to his left. Littles pulls up the running 10-footer, won't go. Rebound Beaudet. Chris was off balance, but still controlled that ball nicely. DeVita ahead in the front court to Gurman. Huskies bring it out. Charnowski, Kramer, he shoots and hits. Nice ball movement by the Huskies.
That's what it all set up. Good ball movement. Swung the ball side to side, get the defense to rotate. And Stewart did a good job putting the ball in the hole.
First 2 for Kramer, 41-32, St. Cloud State. Bears have it with Lane at the high post. Brings a pass back out to Relaford. He's on top. Relaford directing traffic as he dribbles way out near the timeline. Gets it off for Lane, a couple of steps beyond the top of the key. Todd Lane looking into the paint. Takes a couple of dribbles to free himself. 15 on the shot clock. Pass comes off to Relaford. Back to Lane. He's at the left edge of the paint. Shovels it out. Benson's open. Shoots the flat 15-footer. No good. Rebound Charnowski ahead to DeVita. It's 3-on-3. DeVita cuts in the lane. Feeds on the perimeter. Long jumper is good by Gurman. A three-pointer for Chad. And that gives the Huskies their biggest lead at 44-32.
Good play by Joel. He had an 0 for last night. 0 for 7. Came back. Good shot.
Timeout is taken by Northern Colorado. As the Bears, down by 12, want to talk about it. 12:53 left, 44-32 St. Cloud State, and we'll return after this. And Mankato State are playing at the Auto Arena tonight with the Mavericks of Mankato leading the UNO Mavericks 60-46, 11 minutes left in that game. Bears pass it in off their timeout. Relaford has it on the left wing, bounces it off his foot, but recovers the ball. Relaford cutting to his left on the dribble, kicks it back out on the perimeter to Littles. Now to Cheney. The Bears going into a bit of a stall offense. They work it down low, though, and a foul is called. As the 3 guards, Relaford, Littles, and Cheney, were just passing around and sort of running along the arc on their dribble, but then suddenly Cheney cut into the lane, dished it cross court to Lane, and he was fouled by Gurman.
I like what Ken Smith did there. For so long it was power game, power game, power game. Now he did a little motion, try and get the guards into the game, try and get Relaford into the game.
Pass in now. Relaford works into the lane and drew the foul as DeVita is called for a block. So not only is it getting the Bears guards into the game, it's getting the Huskies into further foul trouble. Second foul on DeVita. That's 6 as a team now in St. Cloud State.
Team foul number 6.
Final score, and now from Collegeville, St. Thomas has won the MIAC playoff championship as they beat St. John's 57-56. More details forthcoming. Jumper from the left side by Lane is no good. Short on the rim, rebound Span. Ahead to DeVita. Here come the Huskies. DeVita in the front court, pulls up on the arc. Now he'll back off and set the Huskies half-court offense. St. Cloud State leading by 12 with 12 minutes left to go. Span to Bodette at the high post, right side, out to Gurman. Three if it counts. No, that's off the back bracket. Long rebound taken down by Benson. Now to Littles. 3-on-1 for the Bears. Littles, it was knocked away by Gurman, and Gurman is called for a reach. Well, that was a good effort, though, by Chad Gurman. He was helpless. 3-on-1 with Littles and two other Bears coming at him at light speed. Gurman tried for the steal and nearly had it, but he's called for his second foul tonight.
Looks like they're in the 1-and-1 now. So both teams will be shooting in the last 11:47 of the game.
Travis Littles at the free throw line.
So Littles now at the stripe, the freshman guard. Gets set for his free throw. Dips at the knees 4 times, puts it up, and it's short, no good. And the rebound of the Huskies. Scott Springer, who had just re-entered the game, took down that board, and the Huskies now coming to the front court. DeVita has it on top. Gurman, left wing, gets that quick release three-pointer off the back rim, no good. And on the rebound, a foul on Bodette as he came over the back of Lane. Well, I'll tell you, Gurman has had a tough shooting weekend, but he's just inches off.
Well, the end of the game is going to come down to a free throw-a-thon, and I like the Huskies' advantage in that. Northern Colorado is just not a very good shooting free throw team tonight. I don't know what they shot at halftime, but it wasn't very good.
Well, we mentioned the fact that the Bears came into the new week, the final week of NCC play, 9th in the 10-team North Central Conference in free throw shooting. The Bears making about 67% of their free throws. UNO at 65% is the worst team in the league. Free throw here is no good by Lane, but Lane is able to control his own rebound. Got it back to Relaford, now back out to Lane. So the Bears keep the basketball despite missing the free throw. 11:20 left. Out on top, Relaford looked like he took a step, no call, as he got a little careless on his dribble. Gets it off for Benson, right side perimeter. Now to Littles, works off a Benson pick, puts up the 3, that's no good off the back rim. Rebound loose, comes to Span, and LaTroy Span brings it in the front court himself to DeVita, to Gurman. 3 if it counts, swoosh.
Anytime Chad can get his feet set, he's a very, very good shooter. And the last couple times he's got his feet set, just shot the J.
Huskies continue to expand upon their biggest lead of the night. It's now 14, 46-32. 10:40 on the clock. Now Littles will bring it a little bit further out to reset the Bears' offense. As they've gone into, it appears, more of that traditional half-court set. Now we've got a loose ball foul away from the players. Springer and Relaford got all tangled up underneath, and Springer is called for the infraction, his first. So that'll put Dwayne Relaford at the line. Relaford, a very talented basketball player, there's no doubt. And as we mentioned, he's one of the NCC's leaders in both scoring and assists. But he's not looked real good against St. Cloud State so far. In the game at Greeley earlier this year, he had 5 points, 5 assists, and 3 turnovers. He was 1 of 9 from the field. And Relaford tonight has not yet scored, and he misses the free throw. But the rebound to Lane, he goes back to the basket and was fouled by Span.
If it wasn't for Todd Lane, this game would be a blowout early.
Yeah.
He's kept him in the game.
Talking about that first meeting between these two clubs, a game that was played on January 29th at the Butler-Hancock Hall. St. Cloud State winning 84-77. The Huskies got, at that time, a career high of 25 points from Hug Sharnowski, including those 11 consecutive free throws. Stu Kramer had a season high 13 in that game. Chad Gurman had 17. He was 5 of 7 in that game from three-point range. First free throw by Lane is no good. Terrence Williams had 26 in that game for the Bears. That was 1 better than his previous career high at Northern Colorado. That previous high, 25 against St. Cloud State. You remember when, Dean?
Yep, it's the tournament.
Bad memory, huh? Semifinals of the NCC postseason tournament last year when the Bears beat Kessler and the Huskies and earned a berth in the NCC tournament finals. Second free throw by Lane is good. He makes 1 of 2. He's got 15 points tonight to lead the Bears. 46-33 Huskies. Springer on transition, pulls up, shoots from 10 and hits it.
Anytime Scott Springer comes down and hit the 15-foot shot, it's only going to open the rest of his game up. He loves to drive to the basket for his slam dunks. But if he hits the jumper, they gotta respect that. They're gonna come up on him. He'll just go right around him.
Bears have it in the front court. Running jumper from the right side by Cheney is no good. Rebound Huskies. We're at the midway mark of the first half, and the Huskies are flying. Pass in the lane. Sharnowski missed the dunk. Got the feed from DeVita on transition, but it wouldn't go down. Now the Bears are on a 4-on-2 themselves. Here's a pass down low. El McBari is there for the jam. Got a nice feed from Cheney, and El McBari has his first field goal of the night. It's 48-35, St. Cloud State. German three-pointer. No, that's in and out from the right corner. And the rebound to Lane. Gets it off for Littles. He's breaking 3-on-2. Littles dumps it off. Left baseline. El McBari out on top. Relaford to Cheney. His three-pointer. Right corner is long off the rim. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Goes to the Huskies. Well, we had high-octane basketball there for about 45 seconds to a minute by both teams. 9:26 now on the clock. It's 48-35, St. Cloud State. Now LaTroy Spann comes out of the game, and he's replaced by Greg Kesty, who's been on the bench for much of this ballgame with 3 fouls. Pass in against pressure. Sharnowski to Gurman. Bounce pass front court. Now comes to Kesty. Out to Gurman, now DeVita, and the Huskies will set up in the half-court offense, leading this ballgame by 13. DeVita gets it off to Sharnowski, now to Kesty atop the arc. Springer on the left wing. Looks into the lane, cross courts it to Gurman. He fakes the outside jumper, dumps it off in the lane. DeVita bounces it behind him. Sharnowski's open, but can't get the jumper to go from baseline left. Nice passing by the Huskies. The shot just wasn't there, and the rebound out of Relaford. He's in the front half for the Bears. Cheney, left side. Gets the pass off to Lane. Out of Relaford. He's open for a three-pointer. Swish. First points of the night by Relaford.
The game of basketball with the three-point play. Anything can happen. Still plenty of time for Northern Colorado to get back in this game.
10-point ball game. Huskies on top, 48-38, 8.5 minutes left. Long pass ahead. Springer to Sharnowski. He banks it up and in. Play was whistled down because Lane pinned the ball inside the cylinder. Goaltending called. Basket for Sharnowski, but credit Springer. He got the long feed ahead from DeVita, and without even coming down with it, he rifled it cross court to Howard, who was wide open for the layup.
That's some athleticism. I think the Northern Colorado players kind of fell asleep. It was a long, high pass. They didn't think he was just barely going to even catch it. Turn around, make a great assist out of play.
So the Bears now down by 12, and they enter the front court with Relaford beyond the top of the key. Working his hip-high dribble, guarded by McDonald. Passes to his right to Littles, further down that right side arc. It comes to El McBari, back out on top. Now to Littles, he shoots from the left corner, no good. He got a whistle, and it looks like Littles stepped on the sideline before he pulled the trigger on that three-pointer. Husky basketball. Bears in a zone trap, but the Huskies break it on the long pass ahead to Kesty. And they're in the front court. Springer's open, right corner jumper. That's a two-pointer. No, it's a three by Springer, and he hit it.
Last night it was Danny Ward shooting the three. Tonight it's Scott Springer.
Springer was 3 of 12 from three-point range coming into this game, but he nails a three there. Springer with 13, and now back the other way. A quick basket by Relaford to make it 53-40, St. Cloud State. Ward pushes it ahead, gets it off for Kesty on transition, and Kesty is fouled.
I like what St. Cloud State's doing. Northern Colorado's picking them up full court. They're breaking the press, and they're being aggressive. There's still too much time to lay back and be passive. They got to keep attacking the basket.
That foul is on Cheney, his third. That'll put Kesty at the line to shoot two. Greg winding down his St. Cloud State career. Kesty currently 5th on St. Cloud State's all-time games played list. Kesty came into this game 19th all-time in St. Cloud State rebounding, 20th in steals, and 5th all-time in block shots. So Greg will have his name etched in the Husky record book for several years to come, one would think. Hits the free throw for his first point. Second one is away and good. Pair of free throws by Kesty. It's 55-40. St. Cloud State on top with 7.5 minutes remaining. Northern Colorado has it in the front court with Derek Cheney, their junior off guard. Passes off to the high post, Lane. Relaford on the right wing, guarded by Springer. Relaford goes around Springer, passes off in the paint. Lane has it, turnaround 10-footer, nothing but net. 5 this half for Lane. A team high 17 on the night for the big centerman. And now we've got a foul called as Ward came into the front court trying to slice his way through a pair of UNC guards, and one of those men, Relaford, reached in and was called for the foul. So Ward will go to the line to shoot the bonus.
19 fouls.
St. Cloud State, what they got to do is just be patient with the ball. They got to break the press. They know the pressure's coming. Break the press, attack the basket. If they foul you, go to the free throw line, hit the throws.
And Ward is at the line. Free throw is short, and the rebound comes to the Bears. Faraj El-Megbari came down with it, and then as El-Megbari started ahead on his dribble, he was fouled by Sharnowski. So that means El-Megbari will go to the line. And the Huskies with 10-plus team fouls now this half, so El-Megbari will shoot 2. And Dean, you called it. This game's going to turn into a free throw fest here in the final 7 minutes and 3 seconds.
The way it's going, it's looking very, very well for us.
The Bears made 35 free throws in a game earlier this year by Morningside. That's a single game high in the NCC this year for free throws made. 35 made. They shot, I think, 46-47 in that game. So that was a foul fest as well. Now the free throw by El-Megbari hits the front rim and crawls over.
I wonder if they shot it at 15 feet.
Another one coming. It's up and good. So El-Megbari makes them both. It's 55-44, St. Cloud State, 7 minutes on the clock. Springer's in the front court and fouled. That'll be El-Megbari, and that'll be his 4th of the night. That's 10 on the Bears. So Springer will shoot 2. Update on the Morningside North Dakota State game. The Chiefs 86 and the Bison 43 with 7 minutes left. That game going on at the Alley Gymnasium in Sioux City. So, Dean, it's obvious that North Dakota State is going to lose. The Huskies right now up by 11 with 7 minutes left. If they can hang on and win, that means St. Cloud State finishes 7th in the league, and that means a North Dakota confrontation in the tournament.
Well, either way it goes, South Dakota or North Dakota, it's going to be a tough game. We usually have little matchup problems, against North Dakota, but hey, we're on a roll. We lost 5, we win 6, we lost 5, and right now, the way it looks, we're going to win 2 in a row, and we're on the way to 6 in a row.
I told you, I like that theory. I really like it. I'll tell you another thing about a St. Cloud State-UND matchup. The Huskies are due. They've lost 11 straight games to North Dakota. They got to win one of these days. Both free throws good by Springer to make it 57-44 St. Cloud State. Springer's having a big-time night, and what a night to do it in. His final home game as a Husky. Springer this half was 7-15 on the night. Pass down low, open as Ruppel. He banked it in on some good quick passing by the Bears, and Ruppel was fouled to boot.
I think Relford might have been on that van that took off, because all of a sudden he's woke up here in about the last 10 minutes of the game. He's doing a lot of good things. He hit that three-pointer. All of a sudden he's getting things going. Now he's creating things for the other players.
You're right. He was one of the 3 or 4 players. It was he, El-Megbari, and let's see, who else was on there? I don't remember. I think it was Travis Littles was the other player who was on that van with head coach Ken Smith that got lost and got to St. Cloud late for this ballgame. They weren't literally late, but they were later than they ordinarily would be. Got here about an hour before the game, which is kind of out of routine for these players. They're usually here an hour and a half, 2 hours before game time. Free throw by Ruppel is no good. The ball goes out of bounds, and it goes to St. Cloud State. Ward is in the backcourt. He's triple teamed by the Bears. Gets it off for McDonald. Still behind the timeline. Cross court to Ward, and he slices into the front court. Ward goes airbound, throws it to Sharnowski, but it goes off of Haug's hands and out of bounds. That's one of those cases where Haug and Kesty were both in the right corner, and they might have thought, well, you take it, no, I'll take it, and nobody could decide.
That's what you talk about spacing. Everyone's got to keep spacing. About 15 feet apart. That time it got 2 people right in the same direction.
Huskies still up by 11. 6+ minutes left. About 6:20 on the clock. Relaford falls to the floor as he was dribbling. Kept it alive. Now Littles is upended by a diving Dan Ward. The Bears still somehow keep them all. Relaford fires up a 3 and buried it. Big shot by Relaford, making it 57-49. Huskies on the break, and McDonald plays it in.
That's the essence of getting the ball out quick. We got an easy basket. They didn't have a chance to get set up in the press. We got an easy basket out of it.
Back to a 10-point spread. Huskies up 59-49. Just under 6 minutes left. Here's Cheney down the lane. Pulls up. 8-footer in and out. No good. Rebound Ruppel. The offensive glass. Banked it up and in and drew the foul. Shar Ruppel, a very physical 6'6" senior, has come up with a pair of big offensive plays here in the last minute and a half or so for the Bears, and he'll go to the line.
There's no quitting this Northern Colorado team. They know that this is a very important game. The last game before the tournament, they've been on a skid. They're probably either going to play Morningside or South Dakota State, and they're thinking, hey, we got to get it going right now to get some momentum going in the tournament, as is St. Cloud State.
Husky basketball on 98 Country, 98.1 FM will be on the air Thursday, very likely Thursday afternoon for St. Cloud State's quarterfinal game in the NCC postseason tournament from the Sioux Falls Arena. Looks like it's going to be a North Dakota matchup, and I would guess a 3 p.m. ball game, but we'll find out more later. Free throw is good by Ruppel. Three-point play is successful, and the Bears all of a sudden are back to within 7. It's 59-52. Now McDonald has it. He's in the front court, gets it back out on top to Ward. Now to Springer, left wing, high post. Bodette passes underneath. Sharnowski misses the layup, but a midair put-back jam by Springer.
That's what Scott Springer does best. Uses athleticism. That gets the crowd going.
Whoa! 61-52 Huskies. Here's Lane on the left baseline, and he misses the running jumper. But he was fouled by Bodette, and Lane will shoot 2.
But everything's neglected. A great play down here, and all of a sudden we get penetration down. As the offensive team broke the defensive team down, foul.
Huskies want a timeout. 5:10 left, 61-52 St. Cloud State. We're back in 1 minute. The Huskies picked to finish 3rd in the conference this year. Coming into this ballgame, the Bears tied for 5th. The Huskies are tied for 7th. Shows you what the media knows. Free throw is good by Lane. Better quit laughing, Kessler. You're considered media now, pal.
That's what I was about to say. Aren't we considered media?
Yeah. Todd Lane has 6 this half, 18 on the night. One more free throw coming. It's good. And the Bears are making a run. They are once again back to within 7, 61-54. Ward weaves his way through traffic on the dribble. Gets it into the front court now for the Bears. 5 minutes on the clock. The Huskies lead by 7. Sharnowski has it. On the right side, block gets it out to Bodette, and his 15-footer is good. Bodette has
inside outside action there.
10 for Big Bo, 63-54. Huskies on top. 4 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Bounce pass down low. Ruppel tried to dish cross court for Lane, but as he did so, he was fouled. Good feed from the perimeter to Ruppel, who spun by his man. Looked like he was going to shoot the ball, but at the last instant, he tried to pass, and he was fouled by Bodette, who has his 4th.
I like what they're doing, though. They're starting in a little 2-1-2 set. Instead of having Relford out handling the ball, they're putting him right in the middle. They're giving him the ball. They're giving him the option to do what he can. If he's got a shot or he's going to penetrate and make something happen for the other guys.
It's tough for us to say this because we don't see a guy like Relford in practice, but it seems like he's too good of a pure athlete, too good of a basketball player to let him strictly be a setup guy. I think you got to get him more involved in the offense.
Yep. And just by going with the other coaches in the league, he's great. He's been a great addition to Northern Colorado. Even though he hasn't played that well, he's played well lately. But he's a good player, though.
Ruppel's free throw is no good off the back rim. He's now 1 of 4 tonight from the line. Ruppel, a 66% free throw shooter on the year, makes the 2nd free throw. Char's been a contributor, though, tonight. He's got 8 for the Bears. 63-55, SCSU on top. 4:30 on the regulation clock. Ward one-hands a pass right wing. Springer goes down the baseline, kicks it back out to Bodette. Now to McDonald, right wing. Joel cuts into the lane. The running jumper rolls down. He got it, and he was fouled by Relford.
Big basket by Joel. Just like with Chad Gurman, you look at the scouting report. With those two guys, you're looking, hey, you got to stop him shooting the 3. Then Joel took a couple dribbles, did a little penetration, got the foul, made the shot.
So McDonald will shoot the free throw, trying to complete the 3-point play. Last year, the Bears finished 2nd in the NCC in field goal percentage, but they were 7th in scoring and rebounding, 9th in assists, and dead last in free throw shooting. So even though they were a very good field goal shooting team, they fell down in other statistical areas, and as a result, they finished 8 and 10 last year in the NCC. Free throw good by McDonald, 66-55. St. Cloud State, and now a foul is called as Northern Colorado's Dwayne Relford going down the lane. Through the foul from Springer, who has his 2nd of the night. Boy, fouls are happening everywhere. It's like an epidemic in fouls here tonight.
I was wondering when Butch was going to make that change. Like I said earlier, Relford, they're starting a 2-1-2 set. Relford's in the middle. If you look at the 2-3 man, You know, Stewart and Springer. Probably Springer's a better offensive player. Stewart's a better defensive player. You just put Stewart back in to try and stop the momentum.
Relaford's free throw rolls around and goes down.
But of course they can't make free throws. Hey.
And one more coming for the Bear point guard. It's up and short, no good. Rebound Beaudet. So it's 66-56, St. Cloud State. 4:05 on the game clock as Ward enters the front court. He's guarded closely on top by Littles. Gets it off for Beaudet at the line. Beaudet's blind pass goes right to Relaford, who starts back the other way now for the Bears. Relaford gets it off to Ruppel, left side, down near the block. Ruppel backing in towards the lane against Charnowski. Kicks it way back out on top to Littles. Littles cross court to Cheney. Cheney works to his right off a pick from Relaford, puts it up from three-point range, no good. Rebound Charnowski. Hands it off for Ward. And Ward will let the traffic pass, and now he'll try to dribble into the front court against Relaford, who's hounding him as Ward brings it ahead. Ward gets it off now to Charnowski in the front court, Haug way out on the right side. Cross court, Beaudet feeds underneath. McDonald hits the reverse layup.
Nice play. Huskies went into a little flex offense, just ran it. Joel did a good job getting open.
McDonald has 9 this half, 15 for the contest. Down the lane goes Relaford, whistling a foul on the Huskies. As Ward set up to try to take the charge, but he was bowled over and called for a block, and Ward has his 4th foul now. This half, St. Cloud State, this half alone, the Huskies have 17 fouls. On the night now, they have 26. That's too many.
A lot of hacks.
Yeah. But I think part of that, Dean, and correct me if I'm wrong as to what you think, but this is a physical game. Northern Colorado, a team that really, with all those bangers they have down low, and imagine what it would be like with Williams and Mahone.
I wouldn't even want to imagine.
Yeah. Free throw is good by Relaford. He's got 10 points now. All this half. El McBari checks back in. He'll take over for Lane at a forward. 68-57, St. Cloud State, 3:08 on the clock.
Even though we're only up by 11 and we still have 3 minutes left, which is still a lot of time, you can just kind of sense that we're in control of this game.
Second free throw also good by Relaford. He makes them both. Husky lead is 10. Into the front court comes DeVita with an even 3 minutes on the clock. DeVita cuts to his right, feeds in the lane. Charnowski is there, and his reverse layup crawls out, gets it back though, and banks it in. Charnowski with 16, 6 this half. Pull-up jumper by Littles, left side. No good for the Bears. Rebound, DeVita. Dino struggles with his dribble in the backcourt. Now gets it back and races into the front court. Has it knocked away from behind by Littles. Recovered by Relaford. Then Relaford lost his dribble, and Charnowski takes it away. Howe goes to the basket. Feeds off for Kramer. He missed the layup. No good in traffic. And the rebound to Relaford. He starts the break back the other way for the Bears. We're in a track meet now. Cheney tries a 3. That spins out, no good from the left side. As the Bears tried to hit the 3 off transition, but it wouldn't go. And the Huskies get the ball back, leading by 12. As the clock very definitely a factor now against the Bears, 2:10 and counting. Charnowski, bounce pass to Beaudet, left side, fires it down low. McDonald fakes, leans in, tries to shoot, can't, but that's because he was fouled by Relaford.
Boy, Joel's got a canny way of getting to the line. Gives a little slow pump fake.
On the Bears, number 24, Dwayne Relaford.
He gets to the line a lot.
You know, you watch him as he does it. You got to believe those endless hours of coach's kid gym ratism are just coming through there. As he has, like you say, he's got that way of leaning in, head and shoulders fake. He's not getting there through sheer quickness by any means. He's doing it through savvy.
Well, that's what it is. You think that someone going to the free throw line, you're looking for someone who's going to penetrate a lot. Joel does a great job of doing what God gave him. You know, he's a scorer. God made him be a scorer, and he does a great job at it.
And you know, for a guy who's a scorer, you look at his outside shooting. Coming into this ball game, 37% from three-point range. Again, it's not just strictly a dead-eye 20-foot jump shooter. He's doing it a lot of ways.
You know, I think a lot, that's kind of deceiving to me. Joel's been kind of up and down this year, but to me, the biggest thing was he didn't really come into camp in the best of shape. And it took him a long time to get back in shape. Next year, in the senior year, I look for him to be raring to go right away.
Timeout was taken on the court after McDonald's first free throw. killing the clock with 2 minutes, 2 seconds left. 71 and 58 now in favor of St. Cloud State. Northern Colorado is looking for its first upper division finish in the NCC since the 1988-89 season. That year, the Bears tied Augustana for the NCC regular season championship. That was the final year of the great Northern Colorado center, Mike Higgins. Since then, the Bears have not had an upper division finish. Last year, they finished 8-10 in the NCC. And ironically, if the Huskies can hang on and beat Northern Colorado here tonight, the Huskies will finish at 8-10 in conference play. The Bears, meanwhile, coming into this game tied for 5th at 9-8. So if they lose tonight, chances are they will once again have that lower division finish.
Who do you think of the teams that are playing pretty well right now going into the tournament?
Well, South Dakota suffered that loss just over a week ago to Morningside. So you might say, hey, they're off, but boy, they're still playing well. I like South Dakota. I like the way North Dakota has played, and at last word, they were leading South Dakota in that big matchup tonight. Morningside suffered a setback here recently, but boy, they're blowing out North Dakota State tonight. We're going to hear from Bob Hansen, of all people, the UNO coach, in our postgame, and he says the same thing. Those three are awfully tough going in, I think. Second free throw by McDonald, good as we resume. Huskies up by 14. Minute 53 left. Left corner jumper, a three by Cheney is good. He buries the tray. Cheney has only 5 this half, 12 on the night. 72-61, St. Cloud State. Long pass ahead for the Huskies, breaks the pressure. Sharnowski gets it in the front court to McDonald. He veers through the lane, gets it out. Kramer's three is good. Stu Kramer for the left corner, and it's 75-61.
That's icing on the cake right there.
Huskies with a minute and a half left, lead it by 14 as the Bears now with Ruppel. His fall-away jumper from the right side won't go. Rebound DeVita. And with a minute 20 left, the Huskies in very good shape now as Dino will trot it ahead on his dribble. He has it out on top. Dishes for Sharnowski on the right side wing. Haug looking underneath. Now Spann comes out to get it, and he is fouled by Lane. Boy, and you got to bet that was in the scouting report that if this guy gets the ball and we're down, foul him, because Lane looked like he had a couple of Ginsu knives. He's going after Scoop on the arms and the shoulders, just trying to hack away, get him at the line, because you know it's likely you're going to get the ball back moments later.
Number 20, John Evans, three-quarters.
Well, most of the time, you know, we are in this business, you know, you jinx somebody. Well, maybe you downgraded him a little bit. Now he's going to hit too.
Yeah, right. Scoop has not been at the line tonight, and for that he's probably thankful. On the year span is 4 of 23 from the line. Free throw is no good. Off the iron.
And if you look at his free throw shoot, his form is not that bad.
No, it's not.
It's a matter of getting the ball up so he has a chance. Everything's just a line drive.
Second one is off the back rim, no good. So it's 75-61 still. Bears into the front court with 1 minute left. Pull-up jumper by Littles from just inside the lane won't go. Rebound Spann ahead to DeVita. Huskies have a 4-on-4 break. Dino slows it down, brings it out to John Evans, who tried to muscle up his shot from the top of the key, but he couldn't get it off because he was being tied up with rope by Derek Cheney. And that'll send Mr. Evans to the line. Johnny Evans came in as we were talking here, the 6'2 junior, so everybody getting a chance to play tonight for the Huskies.
Well, I don't know what it is with Chad and John. I don't know if they watch me a little too much before. They're not shy when they get in the game.
Number 15, Nick Gaylor reports in for the Bears.
Kramer comes out. Sharnowski will leave now.
Replacing Haug Sharnowski.
And the Husky fans celebrate as this one is pretty much wrapped up for St. Cloud State with a 14-point lead, 51 seconds left, and John Evans headed for the foul line. Grant Lamont is into the ball game now. He's a 6'4 sophomore out of Denver. He's checked in for UNC. Nick Gaylor, a walk-on guard, a 6'1 sophomore out of San Diego, California, has checked in for the Bears. Free throw is good by Evans, his first point. One more coming for John. It is away and good. So it's 77-61 with 50 seconds left. And Travis Littles will bring it ahead now for UNC. Leaves it on top for Relaford. He dribbles between the legs, now springs past Gurman down the lane, kicks it back out on the perimeter. Gaylor puts up an air ball three. Rebound Relaford, and he is fouled by Gurman.
The last 10 minutes of the game, Relaford's been more active than he has the whole entire game.
His free throw is short, no good. So the Bears continue to struggle at the charity stripe. But as Dean mentioned, Relaford has been a force here this half. for UNC with 11 points. All 11 of his points on the night coming since the halftime ended. Second free throw is also no good. Half a minute left. Huskies push it ahead. DeVita's pass knocked away and intercepted. Lane has it, brings it back the other way on the break. He lost the ball, or rather it was lost down low by Gaylor. Then it's picked off by Relaford. He goes down the baseline and scores on the layup. 2 more for Relaford, and then the Huskies throw it away as they triggered a pass ahead, trying to get it to Spann, who might have had one last moment of glory.
He wanted a dunk, boy.
Yeah. 14 seconds left. Huskies up comfortably by 14. Bears into the front court. Jumper from the right side is no good by Lamont. Rebound. Evans has it. Looking for Spann. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Spann jams it. And there's the buzzer.
That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted, boys. Last game at home, he wanted textbook finish. Textbook finish. Ran the break. Got him the ball with a nice slam dunk to finish the game.
That was a neat way to end this ball game for a young guy who has not played a lot of basketball since coming to St. Cloud State. LaTroy Spann gets the slam dunk to put the lid on this one, and the Huskies win it. Final score, St. Cloud State 79, Northern Colorado 63, and we'll be back after this.
St. Cloud State men's athletics
in front of the crowd.